Hey everyone, welcome to the Inside Scoop. I'm CNET's Tsuboi, joined by Senior Editor Josh Lowensohn. And Josh, it's a new year, so we know there's got to be a new iPhone coming out. The question is when. And a report just surfaced today saying that might be a little later in the year than expected. Tell us why, at least according to this analyst.
Sure, so the big rumor is from KGI Securities. It's from an analyst that has a pretty good track record of successful rumors.
Right.
So the big one today is that there's been a delay, possibly putting this into the fall, into the summer. And the reason is because Apple is reportedly working on some sort of fingerprint scanning technology that's been kind of hard. This would be something that's in the home button and maybe scans your finger. And apparently it's really hard to get it to work with the way they coat the paint.
Sure. Instead of typing into your code every time you want to get into your phone.
Sure. I mean, there's
Sounds
lots
cool.
of applications. Also, Apple has something called Passbook, which is kind of, right now it's used for like membership cards, but in theory it could be used for credit cards or some other sort of payment system. So it makes sense why they would need your fingerprint for it.
In the same report, the analyst also detailed a couple of other Apple products and why they might be delayed. Talk to us about the new, cheaper version of the iPhone.
Yeah, this is a rumor that's been kind of flown around for a couple months now, even longer than that. The idea is that maybe they wouldn't use glass or metal and would instead use plastic, which they used to use before. But this would theoretically sit behind their flagship iPhone and be cheaper. This is for places like China or India, where there's a lot of potential buyers who want to pay less for the phone.
Interesting. And then also in the report were details on an iPad mini and the delays there.
Yeah, the iPad mini is really missing a Retina display. This is something that you find in all of the rest of Apple's portable devices, but it's really tough to get it in that small size.
Sure.
We know panels have been floating around since November, but it's kind of been delayed, and that's what the new report said today, is that it's really hard to kind of get the production level that they have with the screen they're using now for this next device.
And again, all of these are just rumors, just speculation floating around out there.
Yeah.
What are some other products that are being talked about as far as a release in 2013?
Sure, the two big ones that were supposed to come was a television and a radio station. The one that we know is very close is a radio service. This is a free service that people are going to be able to listen to. It'll be ad supported. They'll have it on their devices. We've heard labels are on the cusp of making a deal with Apple,
Okay.
possibly as soon as next week.
So that announcement might come in the coming months, or do you think they'll wait until Q3, Q4?
I could see them waiting, but at the same time, if they're getting this already, we can assume that they've had the software ready. They're just waiting for the deals to get done before they launch it. And that's something that I think they could do without like a new iPod or a new iPad, but it certainly wouldn't hurt. As for the TV, that was supposed to come out in 2012. Didn't happen. Now it's 2013. I don't think they're ready with that either. There's been a lot of rumors that they're still kind of working with panel makers, and the panel makers have already kind of got their orders set aside for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But there's just some crazy stuff going on, like reports of you using a ring to control it and a
Right.
tablet too. It's like none of that really jives well with what we know about how Apple works. They want simplicity, and if it's something that requires two different devices, that's just kind of crazy.
Yeah. So take your time, Apple, figure it out, and come to us when you're ready.
Totally.
Great. Thank you so much, Josh Lowensohn. I'm Tsuboi. Thanks for watching the Inside Scoop.